Every night, you close your eyes. But have you ever wondered why? Because humans have slept for millions of years. And the story starts long before beds existed. Before sleep had a bedroom, it had a jungle. But sleeping there was dangerous. Predators were still awake. So why risk it every night? Because sleep wasn't wasting time. Sleep was doing something essential. While you sleep, your brain never truly stops. It starts sorting the day. Some memories stay. Others disappear. Sleep helps your brain decide what matters. But ancient sleep had another job. It gave the body time to recover. Because hunting demanded energy. And gathering wasn't easy either. After all that effort, sleep became recovery time. But ancient humans couldn't sleep anywhere. They needed somewhere safe. Darkness changed everything. Night made humans vulnerable. So sleep wasn't just about closing your eyes. Then humans discovered fire. And suddenly, nights became different. Fire gave them light after sunset. But it didn't erase the night. The night was still dangerous. But fire created another change. Humans could stay awake longer. But eventually, the body demanded sleep. And that pull is incredibly powerful. You can fight sleep, but you can't defeat it forever. But sleep wasn't just a feeling. Your body has an internal clock. Light helps control that clock. And darkness sends the opposite signal. Day tells you to wake. Night tells you to slow down. But humans aren't the only ones who sleep. Sleep is incredibly ancient. Even our distant ancestors needed it. So sleep survived evolution for a reason. If evolution kept sleep, it must be doing something important. The first clue is your brain. Your brain uses enormous amounts of energy. So nighttime gave it a quiet window. No hunting, no gathering, just recovery. Sleep gave the ancient brain time to reset. But resetting wasn't the whole story. Sleep also helped humans learn. A skill practiced today could become easier tomorrow. That mattered enormously for survival. Sleep wasn't just rest. It was preparation. And this may explain why sleep feels so necessary. But there was another problem: waking up. Our ancestors needed a reliable rhythm. Sleep and wakefulness became a daily cycle. But then, humans started changing their world. And sleep had to adapt too. Shelters made sleep safer. But safety wasn't the only change. Humans began controlling their evenings. Then came artificial light. Night no longer meant immediate darkness. And humans could stay active later. That slowly pushed bedtime later. Human sleep was already changing. And eventually, the modern world arrived. But our brains never forgot the night. And that's where modern sleep gets complicated. Our ancestors had darkness. We have 1,000 distractions. So maybe the real question is, what did we lose? The biggest change was light. Our ancestors watched the sunset. Then darkness slowly took over. Today, darkness rarely arrives completely. Our brains evolved with darkness, not endless light. And then came the electric bulb. Suddenly, humans could turn night into day. But our internal clock still noticed the difference. That can shift when we feel sleepy. The ancient problem never disappeared. We just added screens. Then came smartphones. Now, bedtime can follow whatever keeps us scrolling. And the brain doesn't always know when to stop. But sleep still waits for us. Thousands of years changed our world. But not our need for sleep. Because sleep still protects the brain. It helps organize what happened today. It also helps the body recover. Ancient humans needed all of this too. Different world. Same ancient biology. And there's one more ancient clue. Ancient humans didn't have alarm clocks. The sunrise was the signal. Nature basically woke them up. Today, our alarm wakes us. Back then, the planet did. But sunrise wasn't the only signal. Your body also watches the light. That clock follows roughly 24 hours. Scientists call this our circadian rhythm. It's basically your body's daily timer. And light helps set that timer. Darkness sends a different message. Your brain notices both. But modern life blurs those signals. And that's when sleep can get complicated. Imagine sleeping under a bright city sky. Your brain sees light and thinks, stay awake, even when your body wants sleep. That's a very modern problem. Our ancestors followed the night. We fight it. But light isn't the only thing that changed. Our lives became much more scheduled. Sleep had to fit into the schedule. And sometimes, we simply sleep less. The ancient sleep problem met the modern schedule. But sleep pressure never disappeared. The longer we're awake, the stronger it gets. Sleep is when that pressure finally drops. So your body is constantly balancing two forces. One says, stay awake. The other says, sleep. And timing decides which one wins. In the morning, wakefulness usually wins. At night, sleep gets the advantage. But artificial light can confuse the timing. The ancient clock meets a modern world. But humans also changed their sleeping places. A safe shelter made sleep easier. Less exposure meant fewer nighttime threats. So shelter became part of the sleep story. Where we slept changed. Why we slept didn't. Then humans discovered another powerful tool: fire. Fire pushed darkness farther away. And suddenly, nighttime became more flexible. But fire also changed our relationship with sleep. Night had changed, but sleep still remained. Then humans started changing the length of their nights. Fire let people stay active after sunset. That sounds useful, but it had a cost. More activity could mean less sleep. Humans gained flexibility, but sleep still had limits. And eventually, humans built bigger settlements. More people meant more activity after dark. Night was becoming part of human life. But the basic need for sleep stayed. Human life changed. Sleep kept following us. Then cities became even bigger, and nighttime became more social. People could stay awake longer, but sleep still waited for them. Technology changed the night. Biology didn't. Then candles made light even easier. Nighttime became brighter again, and bedtime could move later. But the brain still knew it was night. The night was brighter, but the clock remained. Then came the biggest change yet. Electric light transformed nighttime. People could work deep into the night, and sleep became easier to postpone. For the first time, humans could almost ignore darkness. But our ancient sleep system stayed. The body still expected a day and a night. Modern life simply stopped obeying that pattern, and that created a new sleep problem. We gained control over the night and lost some control over sleep. Then came another revolution: screens. Now, a tiny screen can bring an entire world into bed, and bedtime becomes easier to delay. But the brain still notices the light. Your ancient clock still lives inside a modern brain. And that explains why sleep can feel so confusing today. Because sleep isn't just about being tired. Sleep is active work for the brain. While you sleep, memories get organized. Sleep helps turn today's experiences into tomorrow's memories. Sleep also gives the body time to recover. Your brain isn't simply switching off. It switches tasks. Some parts become quieter, while others become surprisingly active. Sleep looks quiet from outside, but inside, it's busy. And sleep has different stages. Some stages are deeper than others, and your brain cycles through them repeatedly. That cycling is part of healthy sleep. Sleep isn't one thing. It's a whole sequence. But why did sleep become so important? Because sleep protects more than energy. It protects the brain's ability to learn. It helps control emotions too, and it helps the body regulate itself. So sleep isn't wasted time. It's biological maintenance. And that need existed long before cities. The world kept changing around sleep. The world changed. Our need for sleep never did. The world changed around sleep. But our need for sleep never disappeared. For thousands of years, darkness meant rest. And somehow, that ancient rhythm still lives inside us. Your body remembers a world you never lived in. Maybe that's why sleep feels so natural. Because sleep has been with us from the beginning. The world became faster, but our bodies still need a pause. And maybe that's the real reason we sleep. Sleep isn't an escape from life. It's preparation for tomorrow. Every night, your body gets another chance to reset. From ancient caves to modern bedrooms, the story is still the same. The world changed. Our need for sleep never did. So, did you ever think about why you sleep? Tell me your answer in the comments. If you learned something new, hit like and subscribe for more stories hiding inside everyday life. Because the strangest stories are often hiding in things we do every day.